Alright guys, today is Wednesday, August 10th, 2022. So today marks 59 days I have left to finish my 55 hardtop for my upcoming event, October 8th. So this morning, blew out the garage with my leaf blower, the floor and everything. Then I blew off the car. Then I blew off the driveway, and then I pushed the car out and then wiped it all down with a wet microfiber to get all the dust and dirt off of it. So it's back looking spiffy again in its unfinished condition, we'll say. So I got the cylinder heads painted yesterday. They are dry. So the plan for today is to get the cylinder heads on it torqued down. I want to get all the valve train installed in it and adjusted. And at that point, it'll be ready to put the timing cover and the oil pan on. Now, I never did find a stock GM oil pan to put on the car, so I'm going to have to put the Dorman one back on. So I'm just going to roll with it. Now, I did change the seal. I went to my local O'Reilly's and I got a new Dorman seal. This is an aluminum body, but it has a rubber raised centerpiece in it. So I'm going to try this one. I don't know what that is. Stuff stuck to the pan there. I have to clean off of it. Anyway, so I'm going to try that. That oil pan did fit a little tight, but the drain plug leaked on it, and I changed the seal on the drain plug twice, and it still drips. So hopefully this one will fix it. So that is the plan. I've got my table set up. I've got stuff set up and ready to put on here. One thing I'm going to try to do, I bought a new mini starter, and I bought a new TCI flex plate to put on this engine. My old mini starter, I had it on the 350 before, and then I put it on this engine the first time. For whatever reason, and it done it when it was the 350 as well, but I set it all up before, and then when I started the engine up, it works fine for the first couple of times that you start it, and then after that it starts dragging a little bit like it's not shimmed right or something. Now, I know how to obviously adjust a mini starter, the depth and everything on it. So anyway, for whatever reason, it started, grinding the flex plate a little bit. Now, I did notice it when I was trying to diagnose the knock on the engine in this car. I got to the point where I took the alternator off of it, and I was thinking maybe something, the alternator was clacking or something. But so I was starting the car and shutting it off and starting the car without the alternator, so the battery wasn't charging. So the last time I tried to start it, it was, kind of hard to start because it was low battery, and it really chewed up that flex plate pretty bad. I had a really inexpensive flex plate on it from Summit. It was their line. I don't know who makes it for them, probably TCI, I don't know. But this one was probably about 70% more money than what I paid for the other one. But it does have a fancy logo on it, and it's painted. The other one come bare metal. But anyway, I kind of thought about lifting the engine off the stand today and removing the back plate off of it, bolting the flex plate on, and then going ahead and turning the engine upside down and trying to set that up here instead of trying to do it under the car like I normally do. But anyway, I just decided to go ahead and buy a new mini starter for it with the flex plate, just in case, the teeth are screwed up on the old one, which is over here. It does feel like it's got a couple little rough edges on it, so I need to go in there and I'll have to file it. But this thing's got a lot of slop in it side to side, and the other one doesn't have that much, so it could just be that particular mini starter. So anyway, got a new one. Hopefully it fixes that. So I got my lifter soaking in the comp cams break-in oil, and so those should be a little easier to pump up. I mean, I prime my engines anyway. All right, we'll see how far we can get before the GoPro overheats again. cheat sheet out here. Let's see, I'm going to go to I'm going to do 30 first, and then I'll go back and do the 70 is what my book says is stock, which is I usually go to 75. It's just what I've always done, but all right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11, man, these little numbers on this thing are hard to read. Okay. All right. Go back over for a second just to make sure. My arm feels like rubber now. Oh man, my book finally come apart. Dang it. Well, always have fun here doing this stuff, I tell you. So I bought a new mini starter. This is the bolts that came with it. And when you look it up at Summit, it says fits 400 small block Chevrolet, big block Chevrolet. There's a pretty good list on there. So these are the bolts that came in it. Now, another reason why my mini starter might have been chewing up my flex plate could have been because I was using just regular ARP bolts. These are not the correct starter bolts with the knurling on it. So this was something I thought, you know, would cause it. So I was going to use the new bolts out of the box that came with it. So anyway, I set the mini starter up here and started putting the bolts in, and the threads aren't quite lining up. And then I noticed what it says on the top, 8.8. I wonder when Chevrolet 400 small blocks started coming out with metric threaded